Hey everyone, I recently traveled to Guatemala for 1 week looking for adventure and lifelong memories. I had three goals in mind. Number one, hike Acatenango and see Volcan de Fuego. Number two, visit one of the most beautiful lakes in the world, Lake Atitlan. And finally, number three, see one of the most beautiful nature spots in all of Guatemala, Semuc Champey. This is my experience of Guatemala. So, to start off, here's a random map of Guatemala I found on Google, which does a fairly good job at marking out tourist spots throughout the country. We flew into Guatemala City, which is their main airport, and if you've done any research about this country, you will discover that there are cities and certain places within here that are not recommended for tourists due to high rates of crime and gang activities. One of these locations is Guatemala City. So, step one, get out of Guatemala City. Now, there are public transports that can get you around the country, however, we opted for renting a car. Once we obtained our car, we drove from Guatemala City to Antigua, one of Guatemala's most beautiful and charming cities. Good morning, guys. It is day 2 here in Guatemala. We're in Antigua and we're getting ready to check out of our Airbnb and we're gonna go hike Acatenango, the volcano. Whoop, whoop. We're a bit of a late start. We're supposed to already be there for breakfast, but it looks like we're gonna be missing breakfast, but we're just gonna rush over there and hurry up. So yeah, see you guys there. Peace. So I discovered the hike to Acatenango off social media and knew immediately this was something I had to do. The hike was challenging yet rewarding, and it seemed that many people had the same idea as me. And I mean a lot. Nevertheless, me and my tour hiked endlessly up the mountain. However, something to note was the weather was foggy, a little too foggy, to the point we started to believe that we may not even be able to see the mountain. However, I can't lie. Walking through what felt like a dense forest on the volcano with all this fog gave a very mysterious feeling, which definitely added to the adventure. However, as we continue to hike higher and higher, the hopes for clear skies and views of the volcano seemed to disappear. The fear of traveling all the way here to Guatemala just to see nothing of the volcano started to appear in our minds. What's up, guys? We're about 20 minutes from lunch. About to be 1 p.m. and it just started to rain. So everyone's putting on their ponchos and jackets. I got mine on. And we're just gonna continue hiking in the rain. Super, super foggy. It's a little worrisome because once we get to the top, I'm really hoping that we can at least see the volcano and it not being completely submerged in clouds of fog. So I'm really worried about. So just gonna keep up the spirits. Keep hiking, get that water. Alright, see you guys. What's up, guys? It is finally lunch break. What's for lunch? Well, a Gatorade that I bought, but what was included in the lunch is probably one of the smallest apples I've seen. And then in this little container that they give you, chicken, rice, and then some vegetables. Nothing too fancy or amazing, but it's food nevertheless. Update on the view, not really much around me. I am starting to see a little more blue skies, which is making me hopeful, and I'm just hoping it stays that way because I really want to see the view, and I'm going to be a little upset if I don't see it. So I'm gonna eat lunch and then keep hiking. Yeah. After eating lunch, it finally happened. Clear blue skies. What first felt like impossible started becoming a reality. We were actually going to see the volcano. It probably wasn't the best idea to visit during the rainy season, but we were lucky enough for perfect weather at the top of the mountain. And finally, we arrived. It's one of the most active volcanoes in the world, Volcan de Fuego. It erupts every 15 to 20 minutes with frequent outbursts of lava. What's up, guys? We finally made it to the top of our camp here at base camp on Acatenango, and right there is one of the world's most active volcanoes. Fuego. Right now we're having an hour break just to chill, relax, and then after that hour, a certain amount of us are gonna go down and get closer to that volcano and try to see the eruptions and the sunset. It's gonna be cool, but I can't believe we're up here. It's absolutely amazing. This is my first volcano that I've ever seen, like with my own eyes, so it's super cool. Oh yeah, you see that? You see that eruption? Behind me is the final ascent to get to Fuego. So we already summited, or not summited, but we got to base camp on Acatenango, and now we're heading to Fuego, which is right behind me. And we're gonna see the sunset. We're almost there. We finished the downhill part. So, right there is Acatenango. And right here, behind this hill, is Fuego. And we're gonna see all the explosions, which is gonna be sick. I just gotta wait for some eruptions. Now, it did take a while for us to see some notable eruptions. For a while, we saw a lot of smoke and small spurts of lava shooting out, but nothing too extravagant, which is what we were all waiting for. And then we got this. In the end, the eruption that inspired me the most was the one we caught as we were walking away. Unfortunately, I only had enough time to capture this moment on my phone. And that's all for Volcán de Fuego. The next day we got on a bus and returned to the city, ready for our next destination, Lake Atitlan. So what's up, y'all? We're here in Lake Atitlan. I'm gonna get some sick shots for you guys, but we're here at the nature reserve area where you could actually swim in the water, kind of get a viewpoint. So we just paid for tickets to get in, and now we're just looking for a sweet spot for us to just start jumping into the water. So I'm gonna find a spot and then get some cool videos. I got a Guatemalan outfit. Whoop whoop. Think it looks sick. Yeah, see you guys there. So the first day we arrived in Lake Atitlan, the weather wasn't ideal as the sky was pretty cloudy that day. Nevertheless, it was still warm and jumping in the water was an absolute necessity. I mean, seriously, that's all we really did. After we had our fun jumping in the water, we just sat back and enjoyed the breathtaking views of the most beautiful lake we have ever seen. Eventually, this cool dog came to join us and took a dip in the water as well. You're a good boy. After all the fun we had, we came to our Airbnb, which turned out to probably be the nicest Airbnb I've ever stayed at. What's up, guys? Day 2 here in Lake Atitlan, and I just wanted to show you guys this view as I'm waking up. This is from our Airbnb and just the window. Absolutely sick. And then just my bed, which isn't made. Got a lot planned. We're gonna be going to a lot of the little different towns that are around the lake. But for right now, woke up at 7 a.m. and we're gonna go get some coffee, and then we're gonna head to the lake and do a little more jumps and some swims. So I'll see you guys there. Caramel macchiato. The thing about here by Lake Atitlan, we're staying in San Marcos La Laguna, I believe, is kind of like a hippie town area, but we have a lot of coffee shops, a lot of coffee shops. And now that got my coffee acquired, I'm gonna head down to the lake, do some fun stuff. See you guys later.
Hi, Mom. I'm gonna jump off a cliff.
What's up, guys? I'm here in Lake Atitlan here in Guatemala. Compared to yesterday's weather, today was perfect. The sun was out and the lake was shining perfectly. Now we are on a smaller boat heading to San Pedro La Laguna to see one of the different towns that are around this beautiful lake. Unfortunately, don't let the weather fool you. This is the rainy season of Guatemala, so soon after we had pouring rain and ultimately ended our day early, as there wasn't much to see or do in the pouring rain. These are some pictures I took before the rain. Then later that evening, here is us trying to enjoy our dinner while being in some kind of storm, I don't know. Not the weather we were hoping for, but this concludes our time in Lake Atitlan. Now to Semuc Champey. Getting to Semuc Champey from Lake Atitlan was no easy task. The trip is expected to be an 8 to 9 hour drive by car. However, for us, it took nearly 11 hours. Roadblocks, random stoppages, and road detours is what we had to go through. In the end, it took us an entire day to get to our destination, but it was totally worth it. What's up, guys? We are here in Semuc Champey, I don't know how to really pronounce it. I'm just gonna say Semuc Champey National Park in Guatemala. We are in a jungle. Or rainforest, whatever you want to call it. But right now, we just entered, paid our ticket. It's 50 quetzales to enter. So now we're walking through and we're gonna go find the main water and have a blast. Ooh, yeah. Rocks are slippery. Doing a little hike to the top. So when you first enter into the park, there's like an option where you can just go straight to the water, or you can do this hike and it's like a bunch of stairs and stuff. 100% skip the hike. Unless you just have so much water. It's not a hard hike, it's so hot here and humid. And as you're doing this hike, you're just sweating everywhere and you just want to get in the water. Maybe it makes the water feel 10 times better than just immediately going in, but it is really hot. I recommend skipping it. That hike, fellas, we made it. Oh my gosh, check this out. Oh my god. Crazy hydrated. Dude, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get down there and swim in that. Look at that waterfall. Oh my gosh. The water's right there. Yeah guys, we're pretty much here, end of the hike, coming to the final step. Kind of see the water right there. I know it's a little hard with the camera, but we made it. Finally gonna go swimming, it is so hot. See you guys there. Out of all the beautiful nature spots in the world I have been to, Semuc Champey holds a special place in my heart. The beauty of the water, along with the fun it brings, is unmatched. Prepare to be mesmerized by these next clips. Champey. And after capturing these beautiful moments, it was time for some fun. What's up guys, I'm here in Semuc Champey, Guatemala. This was a dream complete for me. chest under the waterfalls. Sick little spots that you can kind of just chill under. They're pretty cool. Woo. Going down a little slide. And after enjoying nature and having our fun, it was time to say goodbye to Semuc Champey. What's up, guys? It's our last day here in Guatemala, and we left Semuc Champey and our hostel, and we wanted to just do something, you know, cool, fun, but chill on our last day. And we found this random water spot on TikTok, and I mean, check this place out. Got a sweet waterfall and just turquoise water in the middle of this jungle area, and it just goes down there and just has a whole stream going down. This place is sick and beautiful. Oh my gosh. Compared to everywhere we've been though, the water here is significantly colder. It was raining a little bit on our drive over here, so you know, it's a little bit cooler in general, and we're not really in a very warm spot compared to the other areas we've been in Guatemala. So this is definitely a drop in temperature, but who cares? Ooh.